Well, good day folks, welcome to the MB Wildman channel. On today's video, Elliot and I are out here on the edge of this big field, and we're going to show you real quick how to do what we call a simple hay bale set. Now, you can look across YouTube and different trapping places, and you'll see guys that do hay bale sets by spreading hay around, and it's typically used in the snow, over top of snow. Elliot and I like to use this kind of set in the wide open, and we'll explain why, just here in a minute, but there's several different reasons why this is a great and effective set. And you actually use the whole bale of hay or the whole bale of straw. It doesn't matter which one, just whatever you've got available. Listen, if you haven't yet subscribed to the MB Wildman channel, we sure would appreciate it. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And it doesn't cost anything, it's perfectly free. If you want to get notified when we upload new content, just click on that little bell, and you'll get notices when we upload new videos. Also, my man Elliot here has got his own channel, Elliot's Fun and Games. If you've got kids that like to watch cool challenges and stuff about Hot Wheels and race cars and all kinds of stuff, go ahead and check out Elliot's Fun and Games on YouTube as well. He's looking for some subscribers, so we'll go with that. Anyway, so listen, a couple of things about the hay bale set. This is a real simple set to do. All you need is your favorite Coyote, Fox, Bobcat trap, whatever it's going to be. For us, we use pretty much these Duke 550 Pros in all of our sets. We're targeting coyotes with these sets along these field edges. You're going to need your favorite trap digging up tool, like to bed your traps, dig your holes. And you don't have to have this. This is an addition that we like to do. But we use a piece of 8 to 10 inch black, or not black, doesn't matter what color, this one's black, 8 to 10 inch pipe that we're going to actually insert into the hay bale. You don't need this, but it does help, and we'll get to that just in a second. So the idea behind the hay bale is a couple of reasons. Number one, out here in this big wide open field, this is a visual attractant. So here we are in the fall, it's November the 10th. And this field it's been 2 cuts of silage taken off this field. So it's just a little bit, as you can see, starting to come back green, but it's real short. This hay bale sitting against this edge, this sticks out like a sore thumb. You can see this thing from a mile away. So a fox, a coyote, a bobcat, anything cruising this field is going to look, and it's a visual attractant. They're going to be like, hey, what is that over there? And they're just wide open, just broad daylight wide open, right? I do try to keep them back off the main road. I don't like my catches to be seen from the road. So this is actually, there's a little bit of a knoll over this way, so you can't actually see this from the road. But and we've got, of course, the landowner's permission to be trapping on their land. That's important. Make sure you follow all your state and provincial rules and regulations when you're doing this kind of thing. So a visual attractant, first of all. The second thing is the way that we do this, and we insert the pipe into the bale, or we ream out a hole. So what I'm going to get Elliot to do here is to show you basically what we do is you're going to tap the end of this, bud. You're going to tap it like this, and you're going to tap it right into the center, pretty much the center of this hay bale, okay? Okay, so you're going to drive it right in. Good, man, good. Okay, so all we've had Elliot do is we've taken about midway down our hay bale, and we've driven that piece of pipe into that bale of hay. Now, if you don't want to use the pipe, that's okay. You can get a stick or, the handle of your tool or whatever, and you can ream out the hole, kind of like this would be, right? So you just have that hole in the hay bale. That's perfectly fine. The reason that that I don't use just the hole in the hay bale, sometimes it can get closed over when it rains or wind or snow or whatever. Then what happens is that'll get closed off and your set doesn't become as effective. So I use a little short piece of pipe, but it's not 100% necessary, and you'll see why. So this goes in the hole, all the way in there, all the way in, okay? And what you're gonna do is, now that that's all the way in there, you're gonna put your favorite lure way at the back of that pipe. So whether it be a bobcat lure, gland lure, whatever, coyote lure, whatever it is you're going to use, hellfire, whatever it is that you use, then take it on a stick, put it way in the back of there. What this does is this set, this hay bale and this little pipe basically waterproofs your set. It can rain buckets. This will still smell because you got your plastic pipe and you got your lure inside there, and then it's all surrounded by your hay bale. Okay? So what you're gonna do next, once you got your pipe in there or your hole, whichever you decide to do, you're gonna bed your trap out front, all right? So it's up to you completely how you do this for your trap bedding. You're gonna wanna do, you know, like whatever your favorite method is for bedding your trap, for your coyote and canine traps. I put these ones on a drag. So I don't stake these ones down solid, because what happens is if you catch a coyote, they destroy my hay bale. I want to use this set over and over and over again. 3 or 4 times a season, I'll catch coyotes and fox at this hay bale set on the edge of this field. So if I stake it down solid and I catch a coyote, he's going to rip this whole area up, as you know, and this hay bale is going to be gone, right? So what we do is we'll put our traps on a drag, and he'll catch and then drag it away somewhere. We'll find him somewhere else, and our hay bale will be ready for the next set. So bed your trap is next. All right. So we bedded our trap, you know, pretty much. It's not complete, obviously. You're gonna wanna cover it over and do your own thing here. But what is important for us, in our case, is that we don't want our trap to be directly in front of our bait. We want it to be offset just a little bit. So you can see how Elliot's, like the center of our hay bale is here, and the center of the hay bale actually comes out to the edge on this side, and our trap is offset a little bit to the right. Now you can offset to the right or to the left, depending on what your preference is. I tend to offset to the right just because I guess I'm right-handed and I find it easier to do. So my traps are offset on the right-hand side a little bit. Then you're gonna cover your trap all back over. You've got this baited, okay? And you've got your trap set on a drag. Once that's done, pretty much this is a done deal, okay? The reason that we offset on the right, obviously, is because a coyote's gonna come up to this and approach it. They're either gonna approach from the side or the front, but either way, if they're gonna sniff at this hole or sniff at this pipe, they're gonna have 1 foot on either side and their nose in the middle, okay? A coyote's spread of his feet is 6 to 8 to 10 inches, depending on the size and the width of the coyote, between their nose, right, and across their shoulders. So when they come in here, if they're going to sniff this, we want to be a little bit to the right or to the left to get that good solid foot catch. The other thing about the hay bale is that it's long enough. Coyotes have to work this set from the front. You don't need any backing. You don't need any other physical, like anything. This is done. The hay bale setting anywhere in the field with the hole drilled in one end or the pipe drilled in one end will force the coyotes to work this set from the front. My camera's crooked as can be. You see that? How's that working out for you? Adjust that. There we go. Okay. So the fact that the length of the bale here, this allows the coyote, it'll circle it. They'll smell your bait. They'll smell this. And it doesn't matter which direction they come from, they get to the back of this. I mean, they smell the bait, it's in the front, they can sniff all around this, but they're gonna have to come around this hay bale to get to the front to work the bait, to work the set, okay? It also protects it, I don't know if you could just hear that, there were 2 crows just crowing in the background here. This also protects your sets from birds, right? So there's no open bait. If you live in a state or a province where you're not allowed to have open bait or open, you know, all your sets all your bait has to be concealed, this is a perfect set for that. So this is real simple, and Elliot and I love these sets. We'll put one of these in every field that we can get to, you know, up and down the lane. And these take fur. These take coyotes, these take fox, these take bobcat. We've caught fisher in them. They're great sets. And again, they're pretty easy to do. All you need to do is grab a hay bale or a straw bale, and we buy them. We buy them at those like decoration places where you buy, you know, pumpkins or whatever for fall decorating. They're a couple, $3 a piece. If you don't have a farmer or you don't bale your own or whatever, then you can pick them up. Throw one on the bike with the trap and a little piece of pipe, and away you go. And you can set these traps up pretty quick, pretty easy. So anyway, listen, Elliot and I hope this is something that you can use out on your line. And like you say, we like these sets. They're real simple, real easy to do. And hopefully this is something that can help you out in your line. So until next time,
happy hunting
from the MB Wildman channel.